The Legend of YAKATUTCH, written by Sean Francis Ellis. Exterior, edge of Touchone Village, forest, day present. Scott and Claude listen gravely to the elder.
The curse transformed YAKATUTCH into a wild beast, part man, part animal. For many years men hunted him in his domain. None survived. YAKATUTCH still roams the mountains, forever searching for his home, but unable to return. He has never left the ice fields.
Have you ever seen it?
Its domain is forbidden. You and the girl are lucky to be alive.
Scott stands, faces Claude, accusing.
You knew it was up there?
I'd heard the stories, but I never imagined they could be true.
Scott turns to the elder, troubled.
The police think it's just a grizzly. You've got to warn people.
That would only bring hunters onto our lands in search of a prize. Many more would die.
That thing killed my friend.
Revenge is not the answer. That is the lesson of YAKATUTCH.
Someone needs to hunt it down before it kills again.
Then they will only die trying to do so. Only a descendant of YAKATUTCH can end the curse.
Scott shakes his head, dubious.
You said it's never left the ice fields. What if I can prove it has?
The elder's eyes narrow.
2 weeks ago, a park warden found the remains of several large animals near the edge of the park, just a few kilometers from here. Whatever killed them has DNA capable of rapid regeneration. It could help save lives, but I'd need to capture it.
Capture it?
The elder eyes Claude gravely.
If YAKATUTCH is exposed to our world, the balance of life will be threatened. It must be stopped forever.
The elder turns and walks further into the forest. Scott glances at Claude skeptically, then follows the elder. Exterior, edge of river, forest clearing, moments later. The river where the young warrior and the village girl were killed, pitched near the trees on a rise, is a hut.
Ever since YAKATUTCH was cursed, we've prepared for his return.
The elder emerges from the forest with Claude and Scott.
Each generation has trained a warrior descended from YAKATUTCH himself with one purpose, to defeat YAKATUTCH.
You said all men have failed.
YAKATUTCH will not fear his own flesh and blood.
The elder arrives at the hut, lifts the deerskin door. Inside, a bedroll, animal pelts, and traditional weapons. The elder turns, looks off screen. Claude and Scott follow his gaze. 6 feet tall Metusa, now 23, seems to glide as he moves, filled with raw power. With jet black shoulder-length hair and a muscular physique, his face is serene. He wears everyday workmanlike clothes and shoulders a heavy cloth bag with an owl totem sewn into it. Metusa approaches, carries a spear with 3 fish impaled on it.
Metusa was orphaned as a boy. I raised him, then trained him to hunt and kill prey with his bare hands. He is your half-brother.
Scott eyes the elder in disbelief as Metusa stops in front of them, nods a silent greeting.
I'm sending him with you. He will know what to do.
Scott glares at Claude, who glances back, uncomfortable. Exterior, surface of glacier, dusk. A fierce wind buffets the snow plain, now tied down with ropes. The tent is beneath the wing, illuminated from within.
It's a goddamn waste of time.
Interior, Arctic tent, continuous. Seated on his cot, Thomas closes a laptop on his knees.
We can monitor sensors from everywhere instead of freezing our butts off.
Lying on his cot, Arnold sits up, swigs from his hip flask.
I doubt if there's anything up here. Nice of Claude to pay us up front, though.
Thomas snickers.
As soon as this storm settles, we're gone. We'll come back if we pick up a signal.
Amen.
A small GPS device beeps beside Arnold. He picks it up. A display reads, motion detected, proximity 10 meters.
We've got movement.
Exterior glacier, 10 meters from plane, moments later. Wind-blown snow reduces visibility and obscures most sound. Arnold and Thomas wear goggles, carry rifles, and flashlights. Thomas shines his light on a cable snare tied to a spike. Beside it is a large footprint, roughly human in shape, but nearly twice as big, with 5 clawed toes.
Jesus H. Murphy.
Arnold shines his light on it, nears for a closer look. Thomas follows more footprints, leading away from the snare. 15 meters from plane, Thomas looks back at the tent, barely visible in the snowstorm, a low growl over the wind. Thomas looks forward, aims his rifle, spooked.
Where are you?
Something yanked Thomas's feet. out from under him, drags him into the White House. As before, hearing Thomas scream, Arnold looks up, eyes wide.
Thomas!
Taking a few steps, he finds his son's rifle on the ice. Arnold peers into the wind-blown ice and snow, scans the glacier in every direction. Visibility is about 5 meters. A growl. Off-screen, Arnold whirls, aims his rifle.
Come on, goddammit! I'm right here!
Another growl from a different direction. Carried by the wind, Arnold whirls back, peers into the whiteout, sees something off-screen. His eyes widen, his face a mask of terror. He aims his rifle, fires twice. A white blur knocks Arnold off his feet. Arnold screams. Off-screen, a roar. Then only the sound of howling wind. The open tent flaps in the wind, glows in the whiteout. Exterior, Main Street. Whitehorse, evening. Claude's Bronco cruises through the busy town center. Townsfolk crowd the sidewalks, where musicians perform outside local bars. A sign above the street reads, Whitehorse Winter Festival, this Saturday. All welcome.
Welcome to Whitehorse.
Interior Bronco on Main Street, continuous. Claude drives. Scott sits beside him. Claude glances in the rearview mirror at Metusa in the back.
The festival's on this weekend. You should come down, take a look.
Metusa nods politely, but says nothing. He watches ice skaters on an ice rink in the town square.
Maybe Scott can show you around.
Sure, maybe we'll go ice skating with YAKATUTCH.
Claude glares at Scott, who gazes blankly out the window. Exterior Main Street, Whitehorse, moments later. The Bronco turns off Main Street, where a stage is being erected with a lighting rig above it. A gendarme dozes in his RCMP vehicle, parked near a flashing traffic sign, road closed from midnight tonight. Interior, Fletcher House, living room, evening. The front door opens and Claude enters, followed by Scott. Metusa steps inside with his bedroll, looks about.
Here we are.
The sofa and chairs are covered with blankets. Hand-woven traditional rugs add warmth. Framed pictures and several carved wooden owls decorate the mantel.
I'll fix some dinner soon. Make yourself comfortable.
Thank you.
Metusa's voice is resonant, mellifluous. Scott and Claude are briefly startled by it. Claude smiles awkwardly, then enters the hallway. Metusa and Scott study one another uncomfortably for a moment. Scott finally nods, follows his father. Metusa steps to the mantel with framed pictures on it. One shows Scott, age 8, with Winona and Claude arms around each other. Another shows Winona and Claude on their wedding day. Metusa picks up the third picture, studies it closely. The picture shows Winona, early 20s, cradling a baby beneath a spruce tree in the sunlight. Interior study, moments later. At his bookshelf, Claude leafs through one of his journals, scanning his notes. He steps over to the large map, studies the area Scott pointed to, marked with a red pin.
You knew, didn't you?
Claude turns to see Scott in the doorway.
Why didn't you tell me?
Your mother wanted him kept a secret from you.
Scott shakes his head, approaches Claude.
Try again.
She wanted to protect you.
From the truth?
No, from the burden. Descendants of YAKATUTCH must become warriors who defend the village. Your mother had to give up your older brother. She couldn't face losing her only other son.
For a moment, Scott's anger gives way to sadness.
If you'd told me, I would never have gone near that mountain, and Jason would still be alive.
I'm sorry, but I promised your mother I'd protect you.
A lot of good it did.
Scott walks out, slams the door as he leaves. Claude frowns as Scott's words hit home. He slumps into his armchair, glances at a picture of his smiling wife. With new resolve, Claude turns his gaze to the red pin. Claude takes out his cell phone, types a message. Interior office, Biogen Laboratories, evening. At his desk, Silver works at his computer. His cell phone beeps. Silver picks it up, reads a text message. Silver grins, dials a number, holds the phone to his ear.
We have the location.